I believe I found the issue.
Yes.
There it is. Yes. Something was on mute. Third time's the charm, Yev. Thank you. All right, let's go back on down the line then. Person with the green glasses. Who are you and what are you playing?
My name is Lisa. I'm playing Klesh. I go by Day. I am a former for Attribution, and I'm just happy.
Well, moving along in that region of accents, you with the pink hair. Who are you? What are you doing?
I'm Liz. I play Solidaria, but you can call her Polly. She's an 8.MAR.20 player. She is a folklore. Yeah.
Moving down the line. Who's this? Oh, I don't know which boxes are where. I don't know why I keep pointing. Who's the last person that's not sitting next to me?
My name is Elisa, and I'm playing Hazel. She is a human fighter better. She's a lieutenant, and she's English. That's lovely.
And who are you and what am I doing in your house?
My name is JC. I'm playing Karvis. She is a female warlock tiefling, and she has the rank of sergeant.
Hi, I'm Tony. I go by Hatter on all the socials and stuff. And I will be the DM and host for this evening's game. Welcome to the Dicening, again, this time with sound. Still getting everything worked out. Thanks for hanging in there. The ranks mentioned of the various characters were relevant because of the setting. This D&D 5e game takes place in the land of Drove, D-R-O-V. And in that land, there's a city-state on a delta called Gravis Port, or as known colloquially, Gravesport. And in that town, there is a well-known mercenary guild that's been established for half a dozen years called Atarik's Crew. And our adventurers for this campaign will all be members of that august organization. Makes it easy to get everyone on the same group. You know, it's good. And as part of the inaugural events, I've asked everyone to roll initiative already. So,
Can we roll initiative since we started over?
I don't know. Some of you, you know what? If it didn't, if a dice falls in the woods, it doesn't count. So yes, roll initiative. All right, so Rayldur, you're keeping your 15? All right. All right. Polly?
Well, this time I got an 8, so.
Well, it's okay. You're probably going to go a little later in the order anyway. Don't worry about it. Karvis.
13.
Thank you. Hazel. Oh, nice. I imagine Polly has the higher dex.
Okay, that's next time.
Oh, that's
All right, Klesh.
17.
Oh, way better than that 7 last time that didn't happen. All right, so I can do math. I promise. I went through all the schools. All right. I don't know how adding all the initiatives together helps me, but I'm sure it'll be an entertaining number. Okay.
Well, I used to have a Hello Kitty calculator, which is like exactly what I used to use for all my initiative, but it worked.
Excellent. So, all right. The reason you need to roll initiative is because you will most likely want to take action in the next moments that I describe things to you. So this creates a pecking order. Oh yes, Klesh. Oh yeah. Oh yes, Rayldur. Oh yes. You are in a dark, cavernous room. Hazel, you feel an intense weight pushing down on your head, almost so much that it's unbearable. So around all of you are numerous shapeless forms with large wicked blades at the end of staffs, pole arms. Thanks, Gary Gygax. Klesh, you are being held at spear point by several of them. Rayldur, you are bereft of your armor and weapons and have the distinct impression that you've just been accused of many things you fear. Polly, you are bound at the hands and an executioner's axe hangs over your head. Karvis, you feel that if you make a move, your friends will die. Would anyone like to do anything?
Are you just gonna whisper that into the darkness?
Nope.
You're saying I don't have any of my armor or shields or anything like that, correct?
Correct, as it's as if you were either not expecting to fight or were a prisoner.
Well, then I will cast Shield of Faith.
Excellent. On yourself, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
All right, you all see as Rayldur mutters a prayer to Timora, and he shimmers with a radiant glow. Okay. They are. Oh no, you can see them, but they are formless shapes, almost like living shadow. All right. So running through initiative order, we're gonna skip Rayldur because he already went. Klesh is first.
I would like to use a persuasion to try to talk our peppers down.
Sure. Roll that persuasion check. The spear points move away from you as you are allowed to stand up and join any of your comrades, but they do not open up at all.
Your fellas, I really believe something's wrong here. And I don't think any of us should have some room for you. Don't you think we could all just go home?
Oh yes, earlier there was a warning that 4 out of 6 frames have cats, so there may be bonus cats on this stream. Back to the action. Polly, you're up.
Do I just see the axe, or do I see what's holding the axe?
No, actually, it's just the axe.
How far away from me is the axe?
If it's a foot, it's miles away. It's almost ethereal.
So not close.
You're not sure. It could come down at any moment.
Can I move away from it?
Sure. Make a Dex plus acrobatics to knee walk away from it fast enough. Or you can take a move action to stand up.
Yes, plus acrobatics?
Or you can take a move action to stand up.
I feel like standing up won't get me out of its line of blockage. If I would just move away from it.
Yes. Hazel, you're up next.
14?
14. You do a combat roll away, and you see the axe start to descend in slow motion.
To where I already know that's the right. Am I out of range yet?
It still seems to be coming in your general direction. You're not sure yet. Hazel, what do you do?
Alright. Well, things quite dark and it's quite sticky on my head. So that I, keep a bunch of posters on my eyes and usually try to pick it up and try to alarm the situation to see if I can help out doing some real things. Voice edit in my poetry and I'll be like since the sun's not so very, light them up in fairy fire. I think that's fairy fire.
Alright. That's, what's the save DC on that?
If they fail, it's like fairy food.
So 8 plus your casting stat plus your proficiency mod is the difficulty.
Yes. Oh, 13, sorry.
You feel the joyous pigment of your spell get sucked into the void.
Oh.
Karvis.
Yeah. Can I see any? I still can't see anything, right?
You see the shapeless forms around you, holding your friends. Oh, and Hazel, you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as the weight pushes down further.
But no one's holding me.
No.
No one's holding me. Okay.
And no one's holding me because I stuck my way out of it.
Is there someone holding Hazel?
No, but they have a large. He has like a dark orb sitting over his forehead and ears, and up. It's almost like someone cast a darkness spell a few feet above his head.
Can I try casting sleep on him?
On Hazel?
Not on Hazel. On the creature.
You want to cast sleep on the darkness?
Oh, you said I could see dark figures.
Yes, there are several dark figures all around. You want to cast that on one of them?
Yeah.
All right, go for it. So you cast it on them, and I believe they have to make a saving throw. Oh no, yeah, you roll. Cool. So yeah, roll 5d8.
No, I don't have that many D8s.
You want to borrow some?
Yes, please.
All right.
I don't actually own a lot of dice.
How
I
many-
own like one set of dice.
How many D8 do you have currently?
1.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Alright, so however much you roll is how many hit die of creature you can put to sleep. So what's that total?
Does that not count?
No, that's not, yeah. That added to it.
8, 10, 14, 17, 19.
Alright, 19. So 3 of them crumple unconscious to the floor.
Hey guys, I think you're free, maybe?
So after you drop 3 of them,
Yeah.
6 more take their place
Oh.
and ascend on you.
Ascend on me.
Yes.
Oh.
The weight on Hazel pushes down through the rest of you, and there's darkness. The golden light around Rayldur fades out, and arrows from every direction overtake him. Klesh, you are sucked up into the sky, and Polly, the axe, finds you. And then you wake up.
And then I wake up.
You have had the weirdest dream.
Is there anyone in my barrack with me?
No,
All by myself?
all by yourself.
Jesus Christ, that was a weird fucking dream!
What's your one?
Oh, yeah. That's my one.
The rest of you are going about your day in the barracks at Atarik's Crew's Guild Hall. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to stay caught up with the stream, and now my app is tweaking out on me. It's the worst. All right, stop focusing on that thing. It's a typical morning. You may or may not have come down to the mess and had some breakfast with some other crew members. I think some of you have your own apartments in Gravesport that you may have spent your morning in and then come in to the barracks, the guild hall at large. And all of you are not currently on assignment, and part of protocol is to check in at the guild hall every morning to see whether or not you've been assigned new marching orders.
Happy to talk to anybody who wants.
Do you roll out and have breakfast, or do you skip breakfast, or how does that go for you?
Karvis splashes some water on her face, looks at Bane, and is just like, boy, that was a weird fucking dream. I need to stop saying that word, or I'm gonna get myself in trouble again.
Who's Bane?
Bane is my master. Let's go get some breakfast, Bane.
There is a jowly wolf that accompanies you as you go towards the mess hall for breakfast. Are any of you there early enough for breakfast, or is it all... It is Pancake Day.
If you can move your microphone closer to your speakers, that's where we're getting picked up from. You and Casey are very clear. but the rest of us are coming through your speaker.
That is suboptimal.
Interesting. I mean, it does to Tony.
Well, yeah, I'm just going by what our moderator in the chat is typing out.
Which,
Yeah, theories.
thank you, Casey.
I'm always highly amused at Lynn's setup because it has little cat ear lights.
I know, it was like kitty ears.
Bold of you to assume I have not done this on purpose.
I knew immediately. I was like, time. That took time to do, and you did it.
Actually, technically we already have those, but on one of our D&D streams, someone was like, Lynn, when you sit there, it looks like you have cat ears, and I was like, oh really? I'll have to sit in this exact same position every other time now.
Never moving ever. Oh man.
Alright, I'm trying to check the chat to see if that helped at all or not.
We'll just keep talking out
Yes.
loud to Casey, and it did. So he can hear all of us now? Question mark, exclamation point, question mark.
Hi, Casey.
I
Well,
think.
good morning, everybody.
Sick, hello. I'm Rayldur, a half-orc.
Yeah, aren't you here like every day?
Yes. Every morning.
I thought so.
Well, good morning, Rayldur. I don't know if you remember, because you keep introducing yourself to me, but I'm Klesh.
Pleasure to meet you again.
Did you get pancakes? It's pancake day.
I just eat the butter.
Okay. Fun.
That's a choice.
Wow.
I just eat a little bit of everything.
We didn't get a lot of this in the Underdark, so now that I'm topside, it's great.
Butter.
You see
Yeah.
Karvis
How is
eating
allowed to eat sugar at
chicken. Fried
You should not
chicken.
be allowed to eat sugar here.
home? What? Great.
Okay. We're
Uh,
gonna have to have a chat with the meth later.
They're really fun folk. You should talk to them all the time.
I do.
Well, maybe that's why. They keep sneaking sugar packets in your meals.
It's not sneaking if I ask them to.
They might just be sweet on you.
Gross.
Speaking of gross, as you've all assembled here in the mess hall, sort of waiting to get your next marching orders for the day, what do you all see? If you guys could please describe what you each see of each other, or how the others see you, so that we get an idea of what this mess hall looks like with its inhabitants.
You mean like what? Like if I see
Yeah, what's
that?
your character look like?
Oh, what does my character look like? Okay. So Karvis is wearing some sort of like ratty looking cloak, and she's got a mastiff next to her that also looks a little worse for the wear, and she has apple red skin, and her horns go from like red to pink, and she has like mahogany hair that's covered in dreads because they've never been brushed in their entire lives, and they're full of like twigs and sticks and feathers, and she looks like she should smell horrible, but she actually smells like orange blossoms.
Oh, that's lovely.
And she's currently eating a pile of just chicken bones and giving the chicken meat to Bane.
Just the bones.
Just the bone. My favorite part.
The sharp teeth, they go right through it. It's unsettling if you're not used to it.
She's like sucking the marrow out and everything.
Never get used to that.
No.
Says the half-orc, which looks like...
You see a pale green-skinned half-orc in front of you. He's dressed in his chainmail as he is every day. He's got a shield on his back and is pretty much ready for battle. It looks like at a moment's notice. Even though seemingly in the mess hall, very, very safe. He doesn't really care. He has a little bit of a cloak draped around him as well, or like a little cape almost, and he's smoking a pipe. Yeah.
Medieval fantasy OSHA regulations haven't caught up yet. Speaking of which, you who are wrinkling your nose at the smell of the pipe, what do they see when they see you? Oh, you questioning the regulations of smoking indoors.
Like, I was questioning regulations.
I don't know, maybe you enjoy a pipe.
I don't think she knows how she feels about it. The very demure girl with big, fluffy, golden pigtails and large, very, very unsettlingly large gold eyes that are constantly in a kind of 10-yard stare. She's wearing a pristine, ruffly blue and white frilly dress, and her skin is absolutely luminous to the point that it looks like there's almost like a gold heavenly glitter to it. And she has a white and gold pearl inlaid rifle strapped to her back at all times. And she's just completely going to town on this enormous stack of pancakes that she looks like she's too small to eat.
And then dainty bags.
Mm-hmm. Just sympathy.
And what do they look like, Lisa? Your character.
I don't know. Can we use Lisa?
Oh, here I am. My feed jumped for a second, so I saw Tony's face go, and that was good. So Klesh is a Verdan. They have a thick, wiry black mohawk that has been braided down the back of their head. Their very large bat-like ears have been pulled behind their head and pierced together with a golden ring. Klesh is about 3.5 feet tall, but don't let that fool you. I'm mighty fierce when I need to be. They are just nicely dressed for traveling, but nothing very fancy. And they have a little plate of pats of butter that they're eating very nicely with a knife and fork. Because that's what folks do topside.
It's like we taught you half of something.
They're also forest green eyes, jade green skin. So, all green. Oh. And one day, the imminent growth happened, and I'll be as tall as all y'all.
I don't think that's how that works at all.
No, that's how it works with a Verdan.
Is it?
Yeah. Just one day they'll wake up in horrible, agonizing pain and will suddenly be 5 feet tall.
Is that what you need the butter for?
Hopefully it'll make my bones more slippery so it don't hurt so much.
Oh wow. Do you want some of mine to help?
Sure, that's mighty nice.
Okay.
I have to commission you an entirely new set of armor.
And
I don't have to.
at the end of the table, A strapping young gentleman looks on. What does he look like?
Well, Hazel's got blonde hair, a little bit of facial hair, got some green eyes and a chiseled face and chin. He's pretty handsome. Trim and pretty, and he has basically constructed himself a sandwich out of all breakfast things. It's a bit of a pancake situation, but he's very proud of it, and he's trying to eat it as politely as possible. He has some kind of courtly manners that he's trying, but it's like he learned it from someone. It's not quite right. It's the manner equivalent of someone eating butter with fork and knife, except for
I appreciate that, Sam.
He's trying hard though.
Rayldur he has a plate of meat in front of one. He's on the, keto diet.
Fantasy keto.
More pancakes for Polly.
She's just scraping extra with cream on top of them while this is all happening.
There's something to be said about staying in fighting shape. Pancakes no bueno.
Well, the sugar makes me kind of wired, and then I go faster, so it works for me.
You hear...
I can't argue with the results, I suppose.
She's not really a close combat kind of lady, so I think it's okay to not be a mean fighting machine, instead be a
Forks.
lean, wispy fighting machine.
Yeah, see? She gets it.
Pew pew.
Yeah, see? See?
You hear a resounding Rayldur from across the hall.
I'll get up from my chair.
You see Lieutenant Colonel Vazdruth, the Silver Dragonborn, second in command of the guild, comes strolling over, and he hands you a satchel that is strapped and bound quite tightly. And he goes, yeah.
Salute and accept it. But my salute's kind of we know, right? We know.
Oh yeah, same. His talon barely hits the eyebrow ridge. It's a formality for anyone who's new. And he pushes the satchel into your hand, and sort of this needs to get to the north. I'll give you the details in a moment in my office. And you need a crew. And he sort of looks at the table and he goes, all of you, in my office.
No say in this.
Are we in trouble?
You
Are
will.
we being sent to the office?
You will if you don't get into my office. Come on. And you see the Dragonborn turn about and strut towards his office.
Karvis immediately jumps up and is like, okay, here I'm going. Bang, let's go.
Move.
Klesh takes time to clean up their plate, put things away, and then jumps on over.
Hazel kind of helps off and definitely just still has pancake sandwich in hand, eating on the way.
Polly just looks very mournfully at all the pancakes she can't finish eating before this happens, and then just sadly walks with her head down towards the office.
Hey, Polly, make an insight check.
That's gonna be bad. That's my insights in front of it, but I'm not good. That's a 4.
Yeah, you couldn't take those pancakes into his office. He'd be mad.
He'd be so mad. Why would they get in trouble?
I use every...
Don't you yell at me.
What do you think about it? Get in here. Come on. Yep.
Okay, sorry.
So you pile into the decently spacious office that Vadruth keeps for himself. There's no chair behind his desk. He just stands at it all the time. This is a normal thing. It throws people off. There is one chair in front of the desk, but it's dusty. People don't seem comfortable sitting down while he just stands there. So, he goes, "Oh good, you all showed up. Alright. That satchel,
Trouble?
should you be?
I don't know. You told us to come to the opera.
Do you have other marching orders?
No.
Good, you're getting them right now. That satchel," he points at Raildur's hand, "needs to get north to Duchess Frekta up in the Odref Duchy to the north. Odref, that's O-D-R-E-F.
Okay.
Close. And for some of you who've been with the crew since the King's Plague War, you may be familiar with some of that territory as you've run back and forth across the Shield.
Yes.
Well, I know where that is.
I know that.
What's that?
Rick that and Horde Grip. Got it. You bet.
He goes, "Only open the satchel when you get to Frekta's Keep. At the top of the package will be your..." Oh boy, our boy Cat found the noisy toys. Thank you, JC. He goes, "At the top of the satchel, you'll find the marching orders to present this satchel to her directly. Don't open it before you get there."
Yes, sir.
Okay.
What peak was that again?
What was that?
What peak? Talk of what peak? Some peak. 13. What was this then?
When we get to Fricta's house, we're gonna give her this satchel. Isn't it key?
Got it.
Do we know her? Is she a friend of yours?
Who? Me?
Got it.
I
So,
mean, you taking mail places, it really doesn't mean anything about you knowing them. They just need shit taken.
Well, then how do you know her?
They need things taken to.
Klesh is right. We get paid to deliver things or do other things, and then we take that money for doing the thing.
That's
What
why
you
you're,
said.
Do the thing.
that's why he's a commander. That's why they are ranking quickly. Well done.
Okay.
Happen to be a service. Would you like me to put that satchel in my satchel?
I see to Crew Commander Rayldur to delegate that should it be necessary.
I'm gonna hang on to it for now. Thank you, though.
Yes, sir.
All right, that's as much briefing as I have. Rayldur, feel free to conduct your assignment crew as necessary.
Well, shit. As I look around, yeah.
Are you telling us we need to leave now? Is that what this means?
Soon,
I
yes.
think he wants us to twirl.
Yeah, twirl on out of here, and then go finish your breakfast. And I'll meet you in the mess hall.
Okay.
Bang come.
Pirouettes out of the room.
Woof.
Flush cuts out there, so we're not. We're going on a walk.
It'll be a long walk.
It'll be great.
Into the spirit, do some deep lunges along your limbering up. Deep lunges. That's all.
While they're in the mess hall, I'll go back to Vardruth for a second, or Vosdruth, sorry, and ask if we are going to be outfitted or if there's a stipend for contingencies like parts and things.
He's like, he goes, "No, you should have everything you need. Why? Do you think you need something else?"
I don't know, it's like a longer journey. Probably not. Also, I don't know what those dinguses have, but I'll figure it out, I guess. Whatever. Okay, I'll turn around and walk out again.
Talk to the quartermaster.
Yeah. Quartermaster. Cool. So, do I remember how far away Aldrich is, the duchy itself, let alone that fortress that we're going to?
Odref, the duchy, is technically the border across the bridge from Gravesport to the north.
Yeah.
There's like a bit of a DMZ. It's not a great description. There's a bit of a neutral ground of about a mile from the gate at the other end of the bridge that goes from the connection of island city that is Gravesport to the mainland. And across that mile or so is technically where the Duchy of Odref starts.
Yeah, and her house is in the northern reaches, in the southern. Like, am I outfitting the group for like a week here or a couple days?
Definitely a couple weeks if by foot. Less than a week if you mount up. And it's mostly west, a little north. So no need for extra cold gear.
All right. I will. I'll come back to the mess hall, I suppose, and ask if if this ragtag crew is outfitted for horsey travel.
I've got my own pony. Of course. You can't be running around everywhere without your own pony.
Oh.
Well, you're much taller than I, so you probably just need a horse.
Well, I don't have one of those either.
Let's go talk to the quartermaster.
Well,
I will also require a horse.
Thank you, Karvis. Great.
I'm assuming I probably have a horse.
It looks like someone would have a horse.
I probably have a horse. I've been here for a while.
Elisa, you should have bought one if you don't.
I'll buy a horse. Oh, please. Retconning horse into character sheet.
I mean, do we have we have a quartermaster for supplies? Do we have a stable master for rentable horses?
Yes, the stable master works under the quartermaster. So if you head on over to the quartermaster's office, that's Radish, Rhadish.
Not Radish?
No, he usually punches people who call him that.
Try it.
He's the quartermaster?
Yes.
Klesh goes off to their bunk to go collect their stuff.
And I just remembered I have a horse named Sebastian. I love him very much. He's been with me for several years. He's a great fine horse. He's a Palomino.
Wow.
Can't believe I forgot him as we know about breakfast. Sure.
So much information about your horse that of now. Keepers. Glad it found one.
Are you very?
I'm sorry.
You very?
So what's your horse's name?
Sebastian.
Sebastian.
He doesn't mind if you call him Bastion or Bass for short.
He has a Jamaican accent for some reason.
Just want to ride on the tail of the...
Rayldur.
Yep.
I need to go back to my cabin and get my things. I'll meet you back at the quartermaster and get a horse.
Alright, Karvis, go meet me back at Red Dishes when you're ready.
Alright, thanks.
Welcome.
So Radish is a tall, dark-skinned gentleman, no hair, no eyebrows. You can only imagine it continues from tip to bottom,
Gross.
but you try not to. You don't know. Would you have asked? Okay.
Yeah.
And he grins broadly, the white almost glowing out of his lips, and he goes, "Ah, Rayldur, what can I do for you?"
We're heading up north, northwest. We need a couple horses for Polythera and for
Karvis.
I believe everyone else has one,
Yes.
or at least has a pony. That's a big Klesh.
It's my size.
For 3, please.
All right, 3 steeds of varying disposition. All right, 1 second. And he pulls out a ledger and sort of flips it over, and
Pretty one?
he goes, "Yes."
Thank
Karvis has reappeared with her gear.
He sort of scratches off on his paper a bit, and
Radish,
yes.
can I have the horse I had the last time, please?
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. After he scribbles a bit, he looks.
That's what?
The horse I had the last time, please.
Oh. So hard for me to understand.
I'm sorry, I will get myself a mic next time.
So Rayldur, you needed a horse.
Be as picky, and we'll just take the next available horse and rename it Artax.
No.
You know where this ends.
How we do?
Let's see here.
Klesh trots up on their Shetland pony.
Aww.
Fluffy one.
Aww.
They're decked out in their scale mail and covered in swords. I'm ready.
You sure are.
What was Klesh's class again?
I'm a fighter ranger. Mostly fighter. Oh, I lost everybody's sound.
No, we were just waiting for you. Yeah, that's good.
We're just taking in the Shetland pony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking in the majestic sight.
This is Hopper.
Beautiful.
He's wonderful.
That's quite a steed you have there.
Leave it to
Very
Hopper.
impressive.
And warm in the winter.
Fair.
Wow.
So Radish sort of leans over, like, sort of past all of you crowded into his office, and he yells, "Chet!"
Why is it always a chat?
Why wouldn't it always be a Chet?
I don't know.
And this young gentleman, trying really hard to grow in a beard, failing fantastically, skitters in, his boots and spurs clinking, holding onto a hat, and he goes, "Yes, Radish." And he goes, "Go ahead and pull out Artax, Midnight, and Hank for the crew here." And he goes, "Right on it, Radish," and scoots back out towards the stables. And he looks up at you, Rayldur, and hands you 3 blocks of wood, little tokens. And he goes, "I'll let you all sort out who gets what."
Who's the one I had before? Do I
3
forget?
blocks of wood that are tokens. What am I looking at here?
They're basically
It
your,
keeps the horses.
yeah, they're your checkout tags.
Okay.
They make them start.
Always approach from the left and turn the token clockwise.
Okay. I'll disperse the tokens. I'll take our taxes, and I don't really care who gets the other two.
Who did I have before?
Hank.
I have Hank, please. Thank you.
Okay, Hank it is. You got it.
All right.
Honestly, that's a real goth force with a name like Midnight.
So you guys walk out towards the stables, and Trusty Chet, the CIT, the cowboy in training, has them all lined up at the hitching post. And true to form, Artax is a stout, burly, well, less stout, more just huge Clydesdale to accommodate Rayldur and all of his glory. Midnight absolutely lives up to his name, a fine black stallion. And Hank has got character. He's a two-tone, starts out brown and then stops halfway and then turns white. And he keeps trying to gnaw the lead on the hitching post like he's done with whatever is happening right now.
I just went,
Oh, you
Hank,
respect my funny.
my boy, come here, baby.
It like bucks onto, like almost climbs up onto the hitching post to like get to you.
That's a good boy.
And he's rooting in those robes,
you're
trying to
so-
find those snacks.
It's okay, buddy. I got one for you. And I pull out the saddest carrot you've ever seen in your entire life. It is just like, it's so floppy. It's just the floppiest carrot. Oh, here you go, buddy.
Amazing.
Chet sort of hooks his thumbs into his belt loops and he's like, sort of rocks and goes, well, I'll leave you to it. And sort of moseys back towards the stables.
Hi. I'm probably gonna get killed with these guys. It was nice knowing you.
You get the two finger. Get along then from.
You? Don't you worry.
I like you.
I got you.
I like Kesh.
Yeah.
With an I'll figure it out later.
Yeah,
Great. Neat.
you can call me whenever you need to. It's fine.
Does anyone need anything else before we go?
I'm used to traveling. I'm okay.
I'm back to usually ready for one of these things. So it's a little clear.
So Rayldur will just kind of like put his bedroll and all that stuff on the back of the horse, secure it, as he's done many, many times before. He'll hop on and he will wait for everyone else.
Can somebody boost me?
I can give you a boost.
Thank you.
Alright.
You wouldn't be able to get you much higher.
Your little squat
What's that thought that
down and little boost, the boost position. You're in the boost position.
Make sure to lace your fingers or else you'll fall free.
Yeah, boost position.
Oh, it's okay. If I fall, I can just fly.
What? Oh,
But if you
Yeah.
fly, why do you need a boost?
Yeah, you can fly up to the top of the horse.
Sometimes I just want to feel special.
Yeah, you can boost. A booster.
yeah, some people just need a hand, you know?
Do you want a boost? I can boost you.
Yes, thank you. I do. Thank you.
So do you mount up as well, Karvis?
Yes.
Do
Karvis
you
mounts.
need a boost?
No. Thank you.
Her dog
Give you a
Bane.
boost if you want.
Her dog Bane looks up at Hazel like he would like a boost.
I'll give the dog a boost.
I don't know if.
Anyone
No.
Yeah, I was about to say
no.
that's not gonna happen. Oh, that's.
kind of drape on the back of the
No, please don't. He can walk. He's got 4 legs. He's fine.
Oof. He like
Thank
flops. He does that "I've given up" move on the ground.
Now,
I
Bane.
don't think your dog wants to walk.
Oh,
Well-
gee.
If he wants dinner, he will walk, Bane.
He's up and pointing.
Alright, Bane, if you get tired, you can ride on my horse, it's okay.
Don't think about it, Bane.
You don't think you've ever seen a dog wink, and you're not sure if it just did or not.
Alright.
Wow.
See Rayldur like slowly just like nudging his horse forward, like
Oh yeah,
Klesh trots up.
no yeah. Even if, as long as you just start Rayldur, the other horses know to not put up with much shenanigans and just start following. So, you know, they can continue to banter, and most of the mounts will trail in.
Bane has his own attacks.
nice.
Alright, and we're outside
Technically he's a
of
mount.
this lady. Dogs.
So,
Not know your
you all
Yeah, we're ruthless.
clop through the city streets, over several bridges that make the lattice work that is this town over the various deltas. You guys cross over a main drawbridge that spans one of the deepest channels along the delta from the sea to the east into the inlet up against the Shield River to the west, and continue through some of the population of the city. You get to the northern bridge that spans from one gate at one end of the last finger of the delta over to the mainland and out into the mile of neutral territory between Gravesport proper and the Duchy of Odreth. You know, if you head north a little ways, there's a main road that this continues on that then forks west. That should take you straight to the Citadel. Or you can try cutting across land by heading mostly west right now. May or may not cut off a few days, or may or may not cut off a day.
And the Citadel is where Fricta lives?
Yes.
I'll defer to Klesh as our resident ranger. What do you think? This time of year, what's the fastest way to get up north?
Let me check my map real quick.
We don't have a map person.
I have maps of everywhere.
What do you mean?
This used to be my job. Taking things in my satchel to people.
Oh, well, then you should feel right at home during this mission. Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
What?
Tony, what should I roll?
Yes, either a survival or a knowledge nature or a knowledge history. And let's see. Yeah, you have those.
I would like to roll a survival check.
Nice. Do you have those? Do you have those maps, right?
Yeah.
All right, then you get to roll with advantage. You would have traveled across this terrain before.
Sweet.
I'm so glad I have advantage. Woo-hoo. 19.
19, excellent. Yeah, as you as Rayldur sort of anticipated, the trustiest path will be north up the road and then west along the road. But if the weather holds, which it should, you could cut straight across and cut off a whole day.
See, there's this little ridge right here where if it doesn't rain, you can get through it real fast. But if it rains, it's gonna be muddy.
Oh, my horse wouldn't like deep mud, would ya, Artax? As I pat it on the nape.
The horse doesn't react at all.
Well, I feel that discretion may be the better part of valor here. Although, happy to go into the muddy bit if that's where you guys are interested in. I don't particularly care. We were not told to my recollection, get it there as quickly as possible, just that we get it there.
I don't like mud.
Yeah, long way sounds good.
Mud has never bothered me. Just saying.
Mud has never bothered you?
No.
Unfortunately, mud is a little tricky for me. And Hopper.
Yeah, I think you might get lost in mud. I think it's best we can take the long way. I don't want to risk it.
Okay. We will head on the longer path.
Whatever.
Bane finishes his dirt bath
Mud as well.
and
The longer path, we'll see much more things along the way.
he shakes
and
off.
The distance we travel is what makes it the best.
That, Klesh, is what we call making lemonade.
What's that?
Just the friends we made along the way.
Also lemonade. Just remember lemonade.
I like lemonade.
That sounds tasty.
Perfect. You got it.
So you guys head north along the road.
We do.
After about a half day's ride, you come to the aforementioned intersection with a small stone cairn, and on one rock it points north and says the Teeth, which you know to be a nickname for the mountain ridge along the north. And to the left, no, there's Basil's hind end. There you go. And to the left, it says Doklook, Doklook, and that's the westerly path.
Look.
So you guys swing left to follow the road to the west, and it is a leisurely, what's that? Not canter.
A trot?
Thank you. A leisurely trot along the western road, and by nightfall, you, after a slow incline of the elevation, you come to the small town of Doklook, which sits on top of a bit of a crest of a hill, which commands a fairly decent view of the rest of the surrounding area. There is a small fortification there, which saw a bit of action during the war, thanks to its strategic position, especially for reconnaissance moving in and out of the area.
No. Hey.
Excuse me. Come over here. Come over here.
Basil.
Keep it going. There you go. Great. I lost my pencil now.
Here you go.
It's never coming back. All right. He's very easily distracted, which is good sometimes. So you guys come into the town of Doklook. You guys are gonna camp out in the field, or are you gonna find an inn, or what?
Oh, being outside is always such a great time. You can see all the stars and the trees.
Once you stop freaking out about the sky, yeah.
I was not freaking about the sky a long time ago.
You want to be camping.
I'd like to go inside if that's alright.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and vote for that. And I think I'm gonna outvote the rest of you as well. But hey, good news for you. Klesh, if you want to sleep in the barn or something, like I'm sure they'll let you, right? right?
I mean, I can stay inside. It's not a problem if you want to keep everybody together. We have plenty of walk-ins. So there's plenty outside to be.
I like it. Yeah, come on in with us, and if you do prefer to be outside, then you can be like a scout or something, in case someone sneaks in
Of course.
through the stable. I don't know if you're interested.
Do you think that's gonna happen?
No, Hopper can say something.
Okay.
I bet my life on it. Not happening.
That feels like something you shouldn't have said just now, but that's okay.
Plus, we can say this, but thanks for opening that floodgate.
Yeah.
Never been wrong before.
So you guys come into Doc Look.
Be prepared. If it happens, I know we've seen enough stuff that will be fine.
For any of you that have actually visited Doc Look before, which might be a few of you, there is one tavern, and it is called the Pygmy Troll. It is known by this name due to the colorful sign out front. It is a 2-story affair. Sorry?
Is it of a pygmy troll?
Oh yes, there are several other trolls of full size, and there's one that's not. And it looks very sad about that. It really makes a statement.
It's sad for that troll.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's like an artist rendering, right? It's like a depiction. It's not like a real. It's not like based on a real thing. Probably.
I don't get it.
So you walk
Is it
in.
art?
Yes.
I don't get it.
It's hard.
So if you ride up to the Pygmy Troll, there is a stable around back, and there is a young boy with a lot of furs, like just fur cap, fur coat, fur boots, fur cape, fur gloves. He looks like he's feral. But when he says hello, you realize maybe not so feral. Little bit.
Hail, my young furry friend.
And he goes, he pulls down the coat just a little bit, and he's like, working on it.
Yes, many people would appreciate that, I'm sure.
He goes, I feed and brush down horses.
But great.
And
I'll,
stable them.
Look at my horse.
It is incredibly taller than he is. But,
Taller than me, yes.
yeah.
Well, I'm sure he has a table or like a ladder somewhere.
He's...
Maybe he has someone to boost him.
I am a good booster.
Oh, God.
He
I'm
looks...
gonna take my stuff off of my horse's pack, and then I'm gonna walk over to not here.
He hates us so much.
Rayldur, where are you going?
He's going inside.
Wait, please.
Well, you can take off your stuff too.
Yes.
And I
Karvis gets down and takes off her things,
I
and
think we lost Lisa for just a moment.
yeah, looks like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, lost
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, if she doesn't come back in a minute or two, we'll see. We'll reach out and see where we're at that point.
Just forever gonna be petting horses with this kid.
He goes,
I mean, there are worse fates.
yeah. He's like, I'm good. I don't need a boost, thank you. And he very adeptly takes the horses, leads them all over his head because he's kind of small. But he does his thing, except for the Shetland, which I'm sure will be okay to be led along. And we'll double check when Lisa shows back up. And you guys stroll into the tavern with your gear. And as you stroll in, you hear a hearty hello.
Hello.
It's me. Sorry. A 5 foot tall 5-foot wide woman whose hair should be a beard, just barely over the bar, waves her hand at you all as she comes out from behind the bar and welcomes you in. And she goes, "My name is Helga. This is my establishment. Please, how can we help?"
Yes, we would like a couple rooms, please.
Why are you talking like that?
Raildur's a social chameleon.
That Rayldur will sometimes just mimic the last person that talks to him.
Wow.
Check it on Lisa.
I don't know. Whatever.
I think we would like rooms, please.
Yeah, we would like some rooms, please, ma'am. Hello, thank you. Hi, my name's Hazel. What's yours? But you just told us. I forgot already.
Hilga?
Hilga.
Room Hilda.
She points at you, Hazel, and she's like,
No, I think it was just Helga.
Helga.
she goes, "It's okay, you're cute, you're allowed.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
You can stay in my room if you want."
Oh, you're too kind. I couldn't, though. I couldn't.
Oh.
Hazel, focus.
Right.
She goes,
Of course, I won't miss it. I'm sorry, ma'am, but if I was here, you know. Chances, you know.
What are you talking about?
Please wait until we're finished checking in for God.
I don't get it.
"Okay then, if you're not shacking up with me, then you can take the 2 rooms at the end upstairs." And you see an open stairway. They're just like bare logs that have been shorn halfway through that are shoved into the wall that lead up to a second. Hey!
I think we have Elisa back. I think we have.
Maybe. It's like blinking.
Well, I'm sure that game will play along a bit, and we'll see if the noise comes in and or with a face.
Because I see happy little loading boxes. Where I
Same.
should see Lisa.
Yeah.
That loaded box is eternal.
It was here before. It will be here when we've long gone.
The loading box will outlast us all.
So yeah, Lisa, just interrupt us when you.
We are all the
She
living box.
might not be able to hear you.
Yeah, no, that she'll probably bop in and out if she wants to.
Living box is us.
Box chooses who will go and who will stay.
So, are they bunk beds?
Hi, Sam.
No, it's just that there's no real stairs.
Oh,
It's
Thank you for getting my reference.
it's a platforming challenge.
platforming. Okay, got it. Okay.
Has kind of an open floor plan loft feel.
So there's 2 rooms.
Well, if you go upstairs, there are many rooms, but
Yeah,
yours
but
are the 2 at the end.
Now, how many beds are there in each?
2 in each room. If you need more, she can probably accommodate. But she hoped that maybe someone would share hers.
Hi, welcome back.
Oh, sorry, ma'am. Hello.
I think we're gonna need
Yes.
more than
Yay!
1, 2, 3.
I see and hear Lisa.
Yeah. Yeah, you're good. You're
I
good.
don't know what happened.
It's okay.
We're getting rooms, Lisa.
Okay, cool beans. My computer's been plugged in this whole time, but it hasn't been charging,
Oh, that's fun.
Good times.
apparently.
Surprise!
Yeah, you're terrifying.
In reply to the beds rooms situation, she goes, "Okay, well, there's one more at the top of the stairs. It's a single. You can fight for it."
Yeah, I'll take the single, I guess.
Are you sure you don't want a roommate? I'm actually like pretty chill.
Fine. Does anyone prefer to have their own room?
Oh, I don't care. I'll sleep wherever.
Yeah, I'm alright.
As long as it's inside.
In that case,
No.
it's fine, Rayldur. You can have it. You're the senior anyways. playing.
And they don't get a break from us.
That's probably very true. Yes. In fact, definitely. Most certainly even. Emphatically agree. Could not concur more, and I will just head on up the stairs.
Oh, you know you like us.
I don't think he does.
Klesh, do you want a room with me in Maine? Oh, honey, your sound is out. At least on our end, it's out.
I can hear her.
You guys can hear her? For some reason on our end, it's out.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
That's fine. We'll figure it out. We'll keep going. I'll just nod if you went yes. Okay, great. Thank you.
Alright, that means you and me, Polly.
Oh wow.
Hey,
Yes, Klesh. Bane looks very body pillow sized compared to you. It might actually be a real comfy situation. Wow, the silence is deafening.
So,
I can hear you, Lisa.
yeah, it's just.
Can someone interpret?
They said that sounds great.
Okay.
Thank you.
oh, I like that game. We'll just
Just telephone and see what happens.
into that.
Should Lisa reload?
Yeah, maybe reload.
No, it's probably us, and I don't want to drop the feed.
Oh no, Lisa, reload. See what happens.
Well, the whole feed won't drop if just Lisa refreshes. Lisa
Yeah.
come back for a second.
Go for it. Give it a shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, maybe come back and see if it reestablishes.
So while that's happening and we're figuring out rooms, Karvis is going to tell you a story.
Oh, wow.
Well, that was fast.
Story.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, good. Awesome.
Nah, still no for us. It's okay. So,
Oh well.
hey guys. So, just so you know, last night I had this strangest dream about everyone here. Even though, like, I've barely worked with most of you. All of you were there. And everyone almost died. I point at Hazel, I was like,
Wow.
you were there, and you definitely died.
Well, that's highly unpleasant. I would like to know why.
That should
I
say
don't like that.
I didn't like it either. It was really weird.
Even Bane,
like premonitions and shit.
even Bane nods gravely.
Well, not exactly.
Well, that's a weird answer to that question, I suppose, but okay.
It does make me feel better, though.
Oh, okay. Great.
Right? If, you know, if permissions were a normal thing for them, then that'd be bad news. But it was random. So, you know.
Helga excuses herself from the conversation and goes back behind the bar.
I mean, when I woke up, I felt weird, but I don't know if that means anything for this trip.
I'm gonna assume no. Everything's probably gonna be great.
Lemonade!
That's how I live my life.
Right? Lemonade? Lemonade.
Fancy free. Lemonade. Just remember, A, B, C. Always be lemonade.
Lemonade starts with an L.
I'm gonna get a drink.
All right.
Statement.
No, actually, hang on for a second. So,
Why do you think they give them a bunch of swirls to deliver all the time? Isn't there freedom?
Oh, that's fair.
Genius.
the lot of you,
He can boot things though, real good. He boot good. We boot pretty someday.
is anyone going to have dinner down here in the tap room? Maybe a flagon, or everyone just going to pile up for sleepy time?
No.
I would have an ale or a wine, I suppose.
I will go downstairs and have dinner.
before bed.
Dinner, please.
Definitely have dinner.
Do you have pancakes here, Helga?
She goes, something like a pancake, yes.
Did you
Does
just
it have sugar in it?
No.
Wait.
Are there any other patrons in this establishment?
There's a few just sort of chilling there.
Is there anyone possibly eating a meat dish
Oh, yeah.
with bones?
Oh yeah.
I look at Helga and go, oh, excuse me. When that person's finished with their dinner, may I have no bones, please, for my dinner?
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you have a dessert menu?
And she goes. She points over at one of the other patrons who has a small bowl of fruit, and she goes, "That's this evening's dessert."
Okay.
She goes, "Pretty much everything's in bowls. Here you go." And she starts pulling out bowls of 3 different sizes. One of them is the ale bowl, one of them is the stew bowl, and one of them is the fruit bowl.
That'll work.
May I please have some stew for my dinner?
No silverware. Good way to, save some money.
Oh, are we supposed to eat with our hands?
No.
If you want to,
But it's fruit.
yes, you can pick those, that's fine.
I think you might have like a knife or something if you'd like to stab it.
Don't stab the fruit.
Stab
Mm-mm.
it pretty good.
I'll figure it out.
I've got an arrowhead. I got some arrows.
Oh.
Oh, crossbow bow.
Oh.
Crossbow bow.
Oh goodness.
What did Lisa say?
Sure?
Or
I hand over a crossbow bow.
Oh, when asking for a fork, Helga goes,
Conflicted.
"No, we have knives, though," and she hands over a little paring knife.
why?
I'll take that back.
I'll just be very careful, I guess. I can hear you. Just everyone was offering me things at the same time and Colin got very overwhelmed. Because she didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings by turning anyone down.
And yet, somehow, you still got a knife.
She's like, yet somehow I ended up with what I didn't want.
Crossbow bow?
So,
Yeah, I'll just make it work. I'll make it work.
It will walk.
so is there any business over dinner or before calling it a night?
I mean, I will remind everyone to try and maintain some semblance of discipline after I leave and go to my quarters, and I expect them to be up at a reasonable hour.
Are you gonna sound the call in the morning?
I'm assuming everyone is able to wake up on their own.
Okay, just checking.
Bane devours that bowl.
Klesh is my second in command now, and we'll make sure that everyone is wakened up in the morning.
I'm pretty sure I outrank you.
I don't outrank anybody.
So,
That may be the case, but Klesh indicated that they can wake up on time. So, I'm going to go with them.
yes. You would know that technically Hazel is a crew lieutenant, so
Yep.
does outrank, but as the crew commander, you can promote temporary. So, yeah, apparently that's how it's going to go down.
Hazel, think of it as a field promotion and an excuse for you to get a couple more minutes of shut-eye.
I mean, I guess I appreciate it, but
And Godspeed with Helga, or the innkeeper, or whoever. I don't know. I'm going to go upstairs.
no, thank you.
Oh, and when I said
Apparently we're sharing a room together.
Bane devours the bowl of stew, he literally eats the bowl too.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Don't worry, ma'am. I am a perfect gentleman.
I'm not sure what you're getting at.
She says it was entertaining to watch, so it's on the house.
Thank you.
All right. So, you guys crawl in. Oh yeah, unless there wants to be some romance, Hazel.
Hazel's fine. Hazel likes the charmingness of the talking to the ladies and all that, but the actual pursuing is kind of not Hazel's thing very often.
I imagine you saying this. I imagine you saying this.
No follow through.
I imagine Hazel saying this as he's walking up the stairs.
In third person.
While Helga aggressively wipes a bowl.
But entirely in third person.
The Hazel is just on the job. It's true.
She's dim, but she's smart enough to see that it's just viral, and this is gonna take all night otherwise.
My mother told me that women only want one.
Come on, Hazel.
And that's why I write sonnets.
I don't know what that one thing is. Come on.
So can anyone tell me if Klesh has any last words before they go to sleep?
What was that? Oh my god, did we lose everyone? I'm gonna be so sad. No! What just happened?
We lost one.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
Hi! Hey!
welcome back.
Okay.
Lisa, you back?
Hear me now.
Hey! Yeah! Woo! Jesus Christ!
Okay.
That's what happens when his butt dangles off the
It
edge.
wasn't even off the edge. He kicked it off when he got up because he's stupid.
It's not stupid. He's
Everyone on my end got really tinny, and I was like,
No, everyone sounds like a robot.
Yeah, right before everything crashed. It's fine. We're good.
JC Tony, am I back?
yes.
Yes. Oh my god. I'm sorry, Bella.
There we go.
I'm sorry my bulldozer's been activated.
Okay. All right. Before we break anything else, Klesh, any last words?
No, I'm just gonna go to bed because I gotta get up early and make sure everybody else is up early.
Sorry. So,
Excellent.
before we all turn in, you hear the high-pitched, sort of reedy flute noises coming from Klesh and Karvis's room. Karvis is blowing a little sort of lullaby tune to Bane before we go to bed.
It lulls him to sleep, as is your tradition,
Mm-hmm.
and he snores.
All right.
And
Cute.
so,
What?
what was that?
Cute.
Oh,
Yeah,
cute.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah. And with that, I think we're going to adorably fade to black on this evening's adventure, and we're going to call that our first exciting episode of the Dicening, Atarik's Crew.
We have made it to an end.
Yes, we have done several D&D things. It's fantastic. So, with that, feel free to stay on the line while we call it a night on the stream. For anyone watching, thank you for joining us. We'll see what happens in a couple weeks with the vampire game.
Yeah, we'll work on technical difficulties then and figure this out.
Thank you.
Woot woot!
Thank you, honey.